Tangui.
And I'm Fada, and welcome to episode 3 of the MOSS C Programming Guide.
Today we're going to be building a new robot that we've named Sensor because of the sensor on the very front.
Oh, the proximity sensor, yes.
We're going to be learning how to program this guy so that when he won't run into things.
Right, so when the proximity sensor senses something in its way, we're going to program it using C so that it will reverse and take a right and try a new direction. Shall we just get to it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so to build Sensor, our robot friend, for this project, what you're going to do is you want to take your brain block, not your brain block, your power block. You want to have the switch on the left side, on the lower part, like so, and then you want a 3 brace on the very bottom. And then what you want to do is you want to take your wheels, have the arrows facing like so on the sides, like I've done here. Then you want to take 2 of the axles and put wheels on them, and then put it on a hub and place that on the back. Then what you want to do, so you want to take the brain block, have the Wi-Fi to Bluetooth thingy symbol thing on this lower part of the brain, or not the brain, the power. Thank you for that word. Like so that 8 is facing out this way. And then what you want to do is you want to take your proximity sensor, the one that's just sort of a hole, and then you want to turn this around to the front, tip it up a little bit, and then what you want to do is you want to take the proximity sensor so that the orange face is facing up next to the number 8, like so. Then you want to take a corner piece and connect 8 in the red face. Oopsie daisy. And then you want to connect the brown sides here to these 2 sides of the brain. And then that's it. That's complete Sensor.
So let's take a quick look at the program that we're going to flash to the robot to make it
Sensor
to make him move towards and away from obstacles. So let's the first thing, as we know from the previous video, that the brain does is he calls the setup function.
So in the setup function, we set the left wheel is face 5 on our robot, the right wheel is face 3, and the proximity sensor face is face 8. We have to let the program know that for some reason, because it needs to know things.
Exactly, so that we can send signals to the wheels and get signals from the proximity sensor. All right, so then we go on and we set the face state, which means it's either going to be an input or an output. So input is when we want to take data from there, so from the robot. So that's going to be the proximity sensor. We want to know if it's getting close to something. And then the other 2 are output, which means we want to send data to them from our program. So make the wheels go left, right, forward, backwards, things like that.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera, et cetera. So then we set the face values. Remember, it goes from 0 to 255. 0 means pretty much off or backwards, depending on the type of control you're working with. But the proximity face having a value of 0 means it's not near anything. We'll start it there. And then the left wheel face and the right wheel face, we set those to the maximum value. That means they're going to be going straight ahead as fast
Full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead. Then what do we call?
We call the function, we call the loop.
Yep.
And the loop is...
what is it doing? It's basically going to be if the number of times reversed. Oh, that's a variable that we're using to capture how many times the robot has sensed something in its way and reversed itself. If we didn't put any kind of limit in there, it would pretty much just go in forever.
Yeah, just sort of keep going over and over and over and over until you shut it off or until it lost battery.
Yeah, so we limited it to 5 times. And all we're going to do in this is if it hasn't reversed itself 5 times, we're going to call this function called check if close to obstacle, which is one that we wrote. It's right above there. So let's take a quick look there. Oh, and by the way, finishing up the loop, If it is greater than 5 times, and here comes another airplane, sorry about that.
Great.
If it is greater than 5 times, then we're going to basically turn the wheels to 128, which is halfway, which means they stop. So going up to that check if close to obstacle function, we get the face value of the proximity sensor, and we save it into this variable called proximity value. If it's greater than 180, which is a number we kind of messed around with, but which means it's getting pretty close to something, then we're going to increment the number of times that it reversed, and we're going to start moving it away from the object it's getting close to.
And plus means add 1.
Right. That's exactly right. So the first thing we'll do is both wheels will back up for half a second.
So the way we do that is we set the face value of the left wheel to 0 and this value of the right wheel to 0 so that these are going backwards. And then you and then you wait for 500 milliseconds or half a second.
Right. So now it's going backwards for half a second, so it backs away from what it was about to hit. And then it's going to turn right. We're trying to get it to be a little greater than 90 degrees. We did this by experimenting. And if we reverse the right wheel, so remember they're both going backwards. If we reverse I'm sorry. Oh, this comment is wrong again. That's okay. But what it means is we're basically going to set the face value of the left wheel face to 255, which means we're going to send the left wheel going forward again. And when the right wheel is going backwards and the left wheel is going forwards, it turns to the right. And we're going to do that for half a second.
Yeah.
So apologize for the bad comment. That's just part of we were messing around with it to try to get it right. And then after it's turned, it's going to go straight again.
Yeah, so the way we do that is we set the face value of the right wheel to 255 to match the left wheel.
Okay.
And then it goes forward until it hits something else.
Cool. And that's it. So how about if I'll do the compiling and everything here, and why don't you head over and be the blockade?
Okay, I'll be the blockade.
All right, here we go. I am going to get this thing.
We need a robot.
Oh, yeah, we need the robot. We need to actually connect to the robot. So let's turn him on. I'm going to go to the MOSS Flash program that I have up here. And now we're going to turn him on. Okay. So let me rescan for him. Found a MOSS brain. Click to connect. I'm clicking and I'm connecting. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. And I'm going to drop the C file. So this means I'm going to compile it. So this will just take a couple seconds. And then, okay, it does its little jerky thing at the start. Now it's flashing the program. It's actually transferring it. It's transferring it to MOSS, and it's about to start. And Penguin will put her hand in front of it to reverse it. And there's 1. There's 2. You notice it's not actually hitting her hand. There's 3. There's 4, and there should be 1 more. And there's 5, and it stops. Yay! We did it! Success! So we built Sensor, a robot that senses something in front of it, turns backwards, and turns right when it senses it. That was fun. Yay! Exactly 5 times. Okay, thanks for joining us for episode 3 of the MOSS C Programming Guide, and we will see you next time.
Next time. Finger goods. Beep, 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 beep.